Ugh. I'm eating food. It's good. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We are here for our second fully recorded, fully archived exhibition match. And we are having what I believe is a first time ever contest between this man, Warren Marshall, and his opponent here tonight, Aleksander Sabin. Two competitors who are from very different eras of EFED wrestling. Aleksander Sabin being an ESE original superstar, Warren Marshall having gone through all sorts of transitions within XWE and having the prime and most of the fall of his career in XWE, but he is still in ass kicking shape, and it looks like he's here tonight to wrestle with Aleksander Sabin and put on a great match. Of course, we have also Joey Cepeda versus Omar Jackson, excuse me, which is on which is permanently archived on YouTube. And now we're about to have this one. Warren Marshall finishing his entrance here. Anti-slavery Warren Marshall. And now comes his opponent, Aleksander Sabin. Former ESE champion, former ESE North American champion. Of course, part of that big fatal four-way feud for the ESE North American Championship in the latter stages of the first year of ESE that really propelled that title to main event status. Coming down to the ring tonight for what may be his last ESE registered match. Of course, this ESE exhibition match, but he looks ready to go. Sabin gone through a few changes throughout his career, but none that have been character shifting. He's always been here just to wrestle, doesn't talk a whole lot. He just wants to go out there, he wants to win matches. And tonight, that's going to be his aim as well. Of course, the Chaos logo on the back of his jacket. You never know exactly what he's going to hit you with. Expert striker. In fact, maybe one of the best ESE produced strikers out of anyone. And he's also going up against probably the best XWE produced striker that we have, at least upper body striking. So Sabin and Warren Marshall ready to duke it out. Gonna see if we need a commercial break here or not. Referee says checkups went well, rings the bell, and here we go. Aleksander Sabin versus Warren Marshall. They lock up here, center of the ring. These two men have respect for each other, you could already tell, but they are both here to win tonight, and only one of them will achieve that goal. Ooh, knee to the gut by Sabin. Marshall, though, quickly get a counter. And no, Sabin gets behind him now with the hammerlock. And Marshall now with the armbar, going to go after the arms here of Sabin. And Sabin, though, going to roll through and they're back to their feet. Lock up again. Warren Marshall has the arm, and look at that little shoulder tackle cupping at the shoulder of Sabin there. Wrenching at the arm of Sabin. Marshall might have had this as a plan going into this match to target the arms of Aleksander Sabin. And now, wait a minute. Sabin going to throw off Marshall, grabbing him into a headlock here. Irish whip. Sabin's so good at maneuvering around that ring quicker than you can say it. And now, wait a minute. Big roll up here. One. Oh, only a one count. You're not going to get Warren Marshall for more than about 1.5, or something like that. Schoolboy into the super kick, though. And Warren Marshall needs some breathing room. Into the ring comes Marshall again. The two men square off. We're a couple minutes in. Warren Marshall with the takedown, and uh-oh. Sabin is not where he wants to be right now. You see him squirming to get up, but a knee to the face by Warren Marshall. And Warren Marshall, uh-oh, gotten for the deadlift gut wrench. Gonna turn over here, maybe looking for another one. Picking him up, and another gut wrench suplex here. Marshall's not done. Fresh from some months of rest, Warren Marshall again with the gut wrench. And Warren Marshall has gone on and off throughout his career wearing knee braces. Of course, tonight he is not wearing knee braces on either knee, which seems good for his long-term injury health. Sabin, though, able to retake the upper hand. Chop. And more chops by Sabin, spacing out these strikes where Marshall can't get them. Commentators curse, though, and here comes Warren Marshall. Chop by Marshall this time. And oh, they're going back and forth here with these chops. And another chop sends Sabin on the ropes. Irish whip, this time Warren Marshall. And no, Sabin ducks out of it, and a toe trip. Marshall quick to get back to his senses, but not before being rolled up again. Cover 1, 2. That was a solid 2 count. Sabin taking advantage of the momentum shift and very nearly stealing one here from Warren Marshall. Back to the striking goes Sabin, but Marshall throws him off the ropes. And again, wait a minute, Marshall could be looking at this arm here of Sabin that he targeted so early. But Sabin, with punches to the gut, able to break free just over 3 minutes in. And an uppercut by Sabin. These two men have hardly left their feet, but the offense is piling on for both superstars. Dodges the third uppercut, does Marshall with a forearm. And an uppercut. Uh-oh, wait a minute. You don't want to get Warren Marshall stuck on uppercuts. And now, wait, got the arm in, but the other arm of Sabin able to reach out very quickly, get those ropes, prevent any permanent damage. Both of these men playing it extremely smart here in the early stages of this matchup, and it is definitely still the early stages. Oh, Sabin missed the chop, but follows it right back up with a punch and then a high kick. Now into the corner, and this is a spot where either man can be very dangerous. Sabin feinting some jabs before hitting him with the third. And now pull back into a knee strike, and Marshall is grounded. For, well, maybe the first time in this match. Elbow to the knee, though, by Sabin. Sabin, obviously not gonna brutalize those knees, but he is gonna take advantage of pre-existing injury to some degree. Now, slamming the back of the head of Warren Marshall's head into the mat here. Ooh, and a knee strike there. Aleksander Sabin placing focus on the noggin of Warren Marshall, but a stop to the arm there to distribute offense evenly. And throwing his head back down again. Now, wait a minute. Sabin going to turn him over here. Got the leg. Wait a minute. Look at this here. Little leg lock, but no. Warren Marshall able to kick his way out of it with the spare leg. Marshall tending that knee as he came up, but he looks fine for now. Wait a minute. Lifting Sabin for a suplex. Sabin drops behind him, though. Okada roll up. Ref with the count. 1, 2. Ooh. 2.9. Sabin into the corner. The drop kick. What a springboard by Sabin here. Looking to maybe take advantage into the cover. 1, 2. That's a 2 count, but that's no more. Aleksander Sabin getting some clutch near falls on Marshall. And now he's going to go into the working hold. Aleksander Sabin knows exactly what he's doing at every point in that ring, and he has developed over the past 2 years to be deadly. Warren Marshall, though, also knows his way around. Look at that. Backflip. Sabin go for a hammerlock. Marshall able to counter that to cause separation. And here comes Marshall with the punches. Look out, Sabin. Uppercut dizzies him. And now Marshall's turn to throw his head back into the mat. Warren Marshall with the chop. right in the quarter to the chest, lighting up the chest of Aleksander Sabin. And now, Marshall, punch to the gut. Uh-oh. Look out. More punches to the gut. Oof! And a chop right to the face of Sabin. Gonna pick him back up here. And what is he gonna do? Irish whip. Sabin bounces out of the corner. Big mistake. Into the pop-up scoop slam. Warren Marshall with some high-paced offense here. Not stopping there. Picking him up. And a power slam. Middle of the ring. Cover 1, 2, and 2 only. But Warren Marshall has been so good at that throughout his whole career. And now, wait a minute. Working over the shoulder and the abdominal areas of Sabin. Warren Marshall, of course, technical power in that ring. That is his game. About a 50-50 mix between technical wrestling and power shots that will send you flying. Aleksander Sabin, though, sending Marshall flying with an arm drag. Referee making sure that Marshall's fine. He says he is. And Sabin now arm trap crossface. Aleksander Sabin has the submission in on Warren Marshall. It is cranked, but let me tell you, Warren Marshall knows the way out of anything. Oof! And a knee right to the back of the head causes the separation. Oh, both men reach down. Marshall German. Sabin flips out of the German suplex and an enziguri. Aleksander Sabin pulling out the fancy stuff. He may be trying to end this match, go for the double foot stomp, but Marshall gets up quickly. Veteran move by Marshall. And now look at the military press by Warren Marshall, and he throws him down to the mat. Warren Marshall now, neck breaker. Oh, into the cover there. Nice flip cover. 1. No, only a 1. That was an expert cover by Marshall. Wait a minute, though. Gonna go after the arm again of Sabin, and with the leg trap, stretching out the shoulder and the pelvic region. This is not comfortable. Sabin, though, again, knows where he is at all times and able to get out of that. These men are going back and forth, truly. Sabin with the German this time after evading Marshall's German earlier. We are 8.5 minutes in. Oh, goes for the enziguri to the gut. Marshall gets out of the way, though. Off the ropes and the Luthez press. Here comes Warren Marshall raining down the shots here on Aleksander Sabin. And uh-oh. Double foot stomp into the kick combo, but Sabin has it scouted. And look at that with the dragon screw. Oof, and a kick of his own. Oh, man. And Sabin now with the double foot stomp combo that Warren Marshall is so known for. Off the ropes at the forearm. Count the pin. 1, 2. No, 2 count only. Sabin is covering Warren Marshall quick and often. And this is a good strategy. You can't win the match unless you go for the win. And Sabin knows that. Neck breaker there. And let me tell you, a win over Warren Marshall is not something to be taken lightly. That is an achievement. Sabin going to throw Marshall. Marshall hangs on. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Sabin, we've seen this before. Marshall's dazed. And Sabin with the double arm stretch here, working over the shoulder. And kicking him down there is Aleksander Sabin. Now going to invite him up to his feet here. Marshall in a bad spot, though. Oh, Sabin overshot the knee. Sabin overshot the knee. Maybe a little bit of ring rust here. And he's going to try and compensate. But Marshall has had plenty of time to rest. We'll see what happens. Sabin. Elbow, though. Elbow connects to Warren Marshall. And count resets. Sabin, though, not wanting to waste any more time on the outside. Going to throw Marshall into the ring. That knee strike that missed may not have immediately paid dividends, but you bet it's going to come to haunt him. Look at that. Warren Marshall gets out of the way of the top rope move. And now a back suplex by the former XW champion. Warren Marshall spine buster here. Excuse me. Here's what I'm talking about. This technical power of Warren Marshall. Perfect blend. Deadlift German with the cover. Not quite a rope break. 2 only. We're getting into the meat of this match now. Both competitors in full gear. They are warm and they are wrestling. They're not quite tired yet, but oh man, this might exhaust Warren Marshall if he does what I think he's about to do. From the corner, deadlift from the second rope, Falcon's arrow. The Falcon's arrow from the second rope to a aproned Sabin. 1, 2, 2.5. If Warren Marshall was able to cover that quicker, much like he covered that neck breaker earlier, that might have been a close 3 count there, and he might have been able to pick up the victory off of that maneuver. Marshall, though, not going to stop there. He has more plans. Marshall, wait a minute, spine buster. No, hot shot over the top rope, excuse me. And now Warren Marshall got the knee on the small of the back and wrenching at Sabin. And not even allowing Sabin to get out of it. Gonna put it back in here. Warren Marshall gets a better grip, knowing that Sabin is so crafty, but Sabin's still able to slip the hold. And Sabin immediately into this combo that he's been so known for throughout his career. Over and over again. Chops lighting up the chest. Fist to the face and a forearm there. Twisting and knocking down Warren Marshall for the time being. Now, wait a minute. Got him up on the shoulders. Gut check there. Warren Marshall trying to get up. Sabin sees it. Oh, goes for sit kick. Goes for the sit kick to Sabin, but Warren Marshall, and oh, wait a minute. Warren Marshall is in a very good spot here, excuse me. Oh, but Sabin quickly, look at this underhook fake buster by Sabin, immediately taking advantage before Marshall could react. 1, 2, 2.5 only. Sabin now just a little quicker than Warren Marshall in that standing exchange, and now gonna wrench at the wrist here. Got the tequila armbar in. Sabin definitely more of a technical submission man than Warren Marshall, but Warren Marshall knows his way around that ring too, trust me. And now, oh, wait a minute. Marshall got the standing sleeper here. Oh, but a stunner by Sabin, able to throw down Marshall. And now both men are on their feet. Sabin going to throw him into the corner. Wait, throws his legs out from under him. Oh, backbreaker and a cut there to send Marshall to the ground. Second rope goes Sabin and a frog splash. Hooking the leg here. That could do it. 1, 2. Ooh. Very close there. Marshall just barely slipping the shoulder up. Although I'll say, both of these men have been going very quickly for about the past 6 minutes in this matchup. You gotta wonder when they're going to start to slow down. Look at the takedown by Warren Marshall, though. That is textbook. And Marshall trying to stomp away the stamina that Sabin has been showing through the first 14.5 minutes of this match. Whipping him into that turnbuckle, and he falls to the ground. And now whipping him. Oh, and the big boot by Warren Marshall. Just absolutely countering the forward momentum that Sabin had coming off of that rope. And now Warren Marshall got him up. Wait a minute. Sabin counters, sunset flip, expert counter to the powerbomb here. Cover 1, 2. That's another 2.5. Another near fall. Warren Marshall thinking that the apron might suit him better. But Sabin thinking that the apron might suit him better. We'll see who wins in this exchange. Warren Marshall back into the ring. Sabin top rope, and Warren Marshall. Look at that. He knows the aerial range of Sabin. And Sabin knows it too. Look at that, the shoulder tackle catching Sabin off guard. We're past the 15-minute mark, and these men don't look like the match is going to end in the next few minutes, although it might afterwards. Oh my God, wait a minute. Warren Marshall with the uppercut, and now going to swing Sabin there into that part of the barricade. Count of 4, and he's going to throw Sabin back in the ring. Sabin with the kip up, though. Wait a minute. Might have been faking it the whole time. Sabin got him turned around. Lariat by Sabin. Lariat by Sabin. Could steal it here. 1, 2. Oh, 2 count there. 2.5 for Aleksander Sabin. That signature lariat maneuver that he's so used to. And this as well, the triangle hold by Sabin has made this a staple of his offense for many, many months. I would even say years ever since he joined ESE. But look at this, Marshall able to get the standing position and pass that guard. And now, wait a minute. Marshall got him on the shoulders here. Torture rack by Warren Marshall. Burning hammer. Oh, Aleksander Sabin had the wherewithal to flatten himself, distribute the force from that move. Smart decision, but it was still impactful. Now, wait a minute. Marshall, once again, this technical power. O'Connor will German. Cover here by Marshall, hanging on. 1, 2. Oh. Warren Marshall and Aleksander Sabin putting on an offensive clinic here in this exhibition contest. Marshall now chops in the quarter. Wait a minute, went for that strike combo again. Sabin says no, and Aleksander Sabin now whipping him. Shotgun drop kick by Sabin. And what's he going to do? Oh, wait a minute. Sabin to the apron. Wait, what's he? Oh, he's going to call up Warren Marshall. I thought he might have been going for the double foot stomp. Oh, wait a minute. Catches him here. Triangle hold over the top rope. Can only hold this for so long, but he knows. And he drops down, and Warren Marshall now in prime position. Look at that! Warren Marshall, ladies and gentlemen, the expert ring awareness to get out of the ring. But it doesn't matter because Sabin is going to hit him with the forearm anyways. Aleksander Sabin is just one step ahead of Warren Marshall at this stage of the match. Now going to throw him onto the barricade here. He did this once. And wait a minute. Moonsault! Warren Marshall caught him off of the moonsault. Caught him in the standing position with a nasty punch. And now going to flip him onto the... Oh! Count of... You heard Sabin grunt there. Idle object rule, of course, an ESE staple. If the foreign object is not moving, you can slam them onto it all you want. Warren Marshall using the idle object rule with the barricade quite efficiently. Nice clothesline there. Warren Marshall, ever since that insane counter to the moonsault, has been in control of this match, and now fist drops. Warren Marshall, late stage Warren Marshall is a beast that you don't want to have to encounter. But unfortunately for Sabin, he has been unleashed here today. He is not that, I wouldn't call him unsafe. He's not, gonna injure you, but you're just not gonna survive for very long. If Warren Marshall is picking you apart 20 minutes into the match as he is now, if you don't do something quick, you're gonna lose. Warren Marshall throwing Sabin into the quarter. Kick to the gut. Sabin immediately drops down, and this is what I'm talking about. Warren Marshall getting ahead of steam and a knee right to the face of Sabin, and you can just see the fatigue coming off of him. Wait a minute. Oh, Sabin, though, with the forearm. Seen the forearm before. Into the headlock here. Uppercut by Sabin. Marshall, though, trying to keep that offense going. Spine buster by Marshall. Cover. 1, 2. No, excuse me. Warren Marshall trying to keep the offense going on Aleksander Sabin, and he is successfully doing so. Now going to pick up Sabin again. Carrying him around the ring. Look at the scoop slam by Marshall. The strength, the stamina to be able to do that this late into the match. Picking him up again. And a power slam center of the ring cover. Saw that earlier. Might be enough to finish the match now. 1, 2, no. Sabin able to kick out once more. Oh, Sabin takes the hit, though. Trying to stamina his way through as well. Look at that, the double chop by Sabin. Enough to stun Warren Marshall, put him on the ropes, and now throwing him to the outside of the ring. If Sabin can hit this, it will be huge, but if he misses, it might be the end of the match for him. Off the ropes, going, suicide dive, Warren Marshall goes upper back first. shoulder blades colliding with that barricade. Aleksander Sabin throwing Warren Marshall into the ring. And now a knee to the face once more. And the referee telling Sabin to be careful here. Warren Marshall was holding his head. Sabin acknowledges it, but he is not going to stop. And this is what I mean. These two are not disrespectful, but they're here to win. And that's exactly what Sabin is trying to do. Look at the scoop slam, though. The pop-up scoop slam by Warren Marshall. Pop-up power slam, even, if you will. 22 minutes in. Late stages. Who is going to hit their finishing maneuver first? Warren Marshall going top rope. Bad decision. And Sabin is going to make him pay. Now Sabin from the middle rope with an arm drag. And oh, wait a minute. Aleksander Sabin got Marshall right where he wants him. Front knee. No. Misses the knee strike. Flip through driver. Flip through driver. Catches Warren Marshall. Inside leg. 1, 2. Oh, 2.9. The flip through driver wasn't enough for Sabin, but he's not stopping there. He is going to take every opportunity given to him. Suplex into the sleeper there. Expert counter to make sure Warren Marshall doesn't have the reach to get the rope break. Aleksander Sabin could make Warren Marshall pass out here tonight. What an excellent win it would be for Sabin, and what a devastating loss for Marshall. But, oh, wait a minute. Gets enough arm room to deliver vicious elbows. And now it's Marshall's turn to potentially put together some offense off the ropes. There's the uppercut. Twisting uppercut by Marshall. Gonna pick up Sabin to a seated position now. Slowly bringing him back to his feet. What is Marshall gonna do? Oh my God, went for a go-home driver. But Sabin countered it into a DDT. Here comes Sabin for the second time in the match. Front knee. Into the cover on Warren Marshall. 1, 2. 2.9 again. And Sabin breathlessly pleading with the referee, telling him to count faster. But Warren Marshall got the shoulder up, and there's no denying it. Kick to the gut by Aleksander Sabin. Oh, wait a minute, turning him around. A little double trouble here. Warren Marshall is getting spun in circles by Aleksander Sabin. Oh my goodness. Marshall down to the bottom part of that corner. And now look at the foot stomps here by Sabin. That was a devastating series of strikes, and he's continuing them with these stomps. Aleksander Sabin knows that he cannot let up on Warren Marshall. Double foot stomp and a kick to the back. Now going to drag him here. And a knee right to the face by Aleksander Sabin. He keeps going for this double foot stomp combo here that Warren Marshall and Danny V5 have perfected throughout their careers. And it is working, but Warren Marshall's only going to let that happen for so long. Warren Marshall now throwing off Sabin with the back body drop, trying to muster some offense. Sabin has been exerting himself a lot with those jumping foot stomps. Power slam by Warren Marshall. Perfect position here for the combo himself. This is how you do it, Sabin. Face the hard cam, young man. Double foot stomps to kick combo here by Warren Marshall over and over again. Sabin is in a bad spot. If he doesn't do something soon, the match could end here. The ref might call for the bell. Warren Marshall putting the educated feet to good use. And he just keeps doing this over and over again. And he is hyped up here tonight. Calling up Aleksander Sabin, looking to end the match maybe. Got him for a suplex. Wait a minute. Drive his head into the mat with the suplex DDT. Warren Marshall now going to drag him away from the ropes. Any potential of a rope break is gone. What is he going to do now? Wait a minute. Could be looking for one of two devastating finishing maneuvers. Oh, looking for the martial law. Looking for the martial law. Sabin rolls through. Sabin rolls through. Cover. Sunset flip. 1, 2. Ooh, I thought that was it. I thought Sabin just beat Warren Marshall. It was Rebel Yell! Rebel yell by Warren Marshall. Cover on Sabin. The devastating uppercut. 1, 2. Oh. Not enough. Wait a minute. Warren Marshall trying to go top rope again. He tried this earlier. Didn't work out earlier, but he's going to do it. Oh my God. Went for a flipping leg drop is Warren Marshall. But he's going to get caught. Wait a minute. Flip through driver by Sabin. It wasn't enough to end it earlier. He knows that it might not be enough to end it here. But Warren Marshall is in perfect position. Aleksander Sabin. Oh my God. Went for a 630. Marshall, though, is on his feet. Sabin's on his feet. Marshall Law incoming. Crucifix position. Marshall Law to Aleksander Sabin. 1, 2, 3. And Warren Marshall knocks off the former ESE champion.